Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to take two simple products and create a wow factor on all your cards. I'm going to be using the Amazing Silhouettes bundle and the Symbols of Fortune Designer Series paper to help me create my wow. I'm Terri from nutsaboutsstamping.com. I love sharing project ideas and techniques for rubber stamping, paper crafting, and scrapbooking with you each week. Be sure to hit that red subscribe button and the bell beside it so that you'll be the first to be notified when my next video goes live. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator yet, I would love for you to choose me. I'll link to my online stores underneath this video. Be sure to watch all the way through my video for my bonus tips and ideas. Now, shall we get started? I love the nature-inspired images in the Amazing Silhouettes stamp set. You can create beautiful silhouettes in one simple step using one color, which is what I'm going to show you how to do today, or you can use multiple colors on one image for an ombre look. Perhaps I'll show that to you another time. The Amazing Silhouettes stamp set is paired with the Amazing Thanks dies. These simple words can be added to any image to create a beautiful thank you card or other project ideas. I'm going to use the words amazing and you for my card today. Now I'm going to be pairing this bundle with the Symbols of Fortune Designer Series paper pack. I fell in love with this the moment I saw it. I know I've shared with you before that I love all things Asian or Asian design. They're just simple and zen, and I just really like them. One side of this paper has this gold foil, and then the other side has these beautiful designs. Some of them are sort of watercolory. Obviously, some are very Asian themed, like these. And I'm going to be using some of this design for my wow card today. So let's get started. I want to start off by creating a layer for the front of my card. I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of grid paper because I'm going to be coloring off and coloring on to this layer. My color that I'm going to use is Soft Succulent. This is one of the colors in the Designer Series paper pack that I just showed to you. And I'm going to apply that color using one of our blending brushes. I think this is one of the best coloring tools ever. If you have never played with these, you really ought to pick up a pack. You get 3 blending brushes in one pack, and you can use them for multiple colors. After you use a color, you just run it under cool water and then shake it off a little bit and set it aside to dry. Now, I leave mine to dry overnight, which is why it's nice to have 3 colors in a pack in case you want to add different colors to the same project. So I'm going to open up my Soft Succulent, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub some color on my brush, and then I'm going to just carry that color over onto my basic white. So I'm taking some of the color off of the brush onto this scrap piece and then just moving this on. And I'm going to do this all the way around the outer edges of this card layer. Okay, I'm going to add just a little bit there. Now, you can do as much or as little as you want, depending on your artistic taste. I did leave the center a little bit lighter. Some of it is completely white. I didn't add any color to it, and you'll see why in a minute. So this simple tool is a really fun way to add color to a layer for a card or a scrapbook page even. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my blending brush away, and I brought in one of the stamps from the Amazing Silhouette stamp set. I'm going to keep this scrap piece of grid paper on the ready because what I'm going to do is ink up this image And then I'm going to stamp it off a couple of times and then just add a light bit to my card layer. So I'm going to do that all the way around the card. I'll come back and show you what it looks like in a minute. There we go. I'm very happy with the layer and how it looks. Now, if I wanted to, I could bring back in my blending brush. Whew, that's a lot of bees. And I could add some more color on top, but I'm not going to do that. I'm really happy with how this looks, and I'm ready to move on to the next step for making this card. To create the wow factor for the front of my card, I'm going to use a second very simple product. It's called foam adhesive sheets, and they are that you get 6 sheets in a pack, and they are double-sided. You can create this foamy double-sided sticker. So there's a covering on this side of the adhesive and a covering on this side of the adhesive, but they've got some thickness to them so that it'll create this really fun wow factor. So I'll show you how I did this. First, I selected a piece of the designer series paper that I wanted to use, and then I cut it to the length for the word amazing. Then I layered this on top. I didn't stick it down, and then I took my paper snips and I cut around it. That's the other thing. You can use your paper snips and cut right through this. And I created this piece of foam sheet that I'm now going to attach to my designer series paper. So I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to peel off one side of the adhesive sheet. Very simple to do. And I am going to stick it down like so. So I've got my adhesive on the back, my designer series paper on the front. Now, before the video began, I went ahead and did the same thing for the U die. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two over to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I'm going to die cut them out. Now here's a tip for you. When you are running these through your die cut machine, it does have thickness, as you know, so I recommend that you roll them forward and back and forward and back, and that'll help them pop out of the adhesive sheet and the designer series paper. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll be back in a moment. All right, I have the amazing ready to go. When I pulled it away from the designer series paper and foam adhesive sheet, the backing came off really easily, almost too easily. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this on the front of the layer here. And then the U, the adhesive sheet, did stay on the back. So I'll just peel that off. And I've got a little bit here that I want to poke out. And this is ready as well. And I think I will add it like that. So this says, Amazing You. Isn't that cool with the designer series paper? And then you can see the dimensional effect that the foam adhesive sheet creates. Now what I want to do is take this layer and add it to a card base of soft succulent. That's, again, one of the colors in the designer series paper and a perfect match for the ink color that I decided to use. And you can just run your adhesive right over top of the foam. It's perfect for that. And then I have this. Now, I think the next step is to add some embellishments. And I've got some of the in color jewels. You can see that I've used a lot of them already. And one of the colors is the soft succulent. And I think it would be fun to maybe add one for the eye as a little dot. And then a couple more just for visual interest. I think I'll add it right there like so. And there we go. We have a beautiful and really visually pleasing card idea using two simple products, the foam adhesive sheets and the blending brush. Now let me show you a second card idea that I created along the same line. So one of the dies in the Amazing Thanks Dies pack is one that says thanks. So I did another idea. This time I used Calypso Coral. I used the thanks die and the same pack of designer series paper. And then I added these three little embellishments down in the corner to complete my card. I would love for you to tell me, which one do you like best? Do you like the thanks or do you like the amazing you? You can leave a comment in the description box underneath this video and let me know which one is your fave. And if you would like to see another card idea using the Symbols of Fortune paper, why not check out this video where I show you how to create 3 different cards using a half sheet of one of their beautiful designs. If you would like to purchase the products I use to make this beautiful card, I will link to my online stores in the description box under this video. I'm Terry. I'm nuts about stamping. I hope you'll try this amazing Silhouettes card someday soon too. Bye for now.